Welcome to the TED Ed Podcast, where we delve into the issues that shape our daily lives and drive our productivity. We confront topics that matter deeply to all of us, from healthcare and affirmative action to voting rights and monetary success and failure. We cover it all. And yes, we dive into the complex world of politics, exploring how our country has evolved from slavery to the 21st century. Our content is crafted with care and expertise, drawing from years of experience in these critical areas. We invite you to give the TED Ed podcast a listen. You won't be disappointed. Share your thoughts with friends and confidants, and don't forget to like, comment, and share our episodes. Your engagement helps us grow and reach more listeners. Are you passionate about these topics? Do you have unique insights to share? You could be one of our guest speakers. Drop us a line, send an email, or leave a comment. All requests will be considered. Join us on this journey of exploration and understanding. This is the TED Ed Podcast. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
Well, speaking of body language, that was it was very telling, man. I'm telling you, it was you couldn't have missed that. I don't know why how anybody missed it because I caught it as soon as it happened. So, oh shoot. But it's a known fact and everything that she has no uh desire at all for the Donald for diaper Dan, the boy with the diapers on. She looking for somebody else here. So yeah, he done lost her completely. She's kind of sick of him. She likes the fanfare and everything, to being the first lady and all that, but all that other stuff with him, I'm pretty sure that stuff is dead. She ain't he can't do nothing there. She ain't even arm candy to him. You know when you want to touch him. And it's evident, man. You can look at the body language, man. It's evident. So, hey.
Well, she did pretty good for herself. She worked for over 100
Oh man,
million.
she trying to go away, man. A wealthy woman here. When this stuff is all over, well, she gonna be a wealthy woman. She can walk away and ain't got to see that old boy no more. She is a wealthy woman, and they trying to uh, uh, put old Barron out there so he can start putting a few bucks in his pockets.
What he doing?
He's supposed to be going to college, but I heard that he's somebody said that he's doing a what they call a stewardship or something and everything with some firm there in New York. He's supposed to be doing something, man. Some work with somebody. But I thought at first he was going off to college and everything, so I don't know. I think he's probably at a crossroad now and everything, to where he knows that it's just a possibility for him to put as much money as he can in his pocket, because daddy gonna provide it and mama gonna make sure he get it. So, hey, man, you remember yesterday we were talking about the HSS, and he was doing all that stuff with CDC and Medicare and Medicaid people, telling them to shut up and not to say anything. Well, I guess you done heard that he said he was going to cut the funding to some agency. Well, the word got out in the wrong manner that he was cutting funding to everything but Social Security and Medicare. So there was a whole bunch of people out there got upset because of SNAP. They might not be getting any food stamps. Medicaid folks and stuff wasn't getting their money. Head Start wasn't getting their money. and they somebody popped out there and said that this is patently illegal, that he can't do it because the funding has already been set up for them. Until the funding is taken away, he can't take the funding away. Well, come to find out that whoever put out the memo and everything put the wrong words out. So, but it shook up a whole bunch of folks there for a while. I don't know how long it was, but there were some people and stuff who did not get any funding when they were supposed to be getting it. So this
Like
old boy,
you said it. He don't know how the government works.
mm-mm,
He don't understand. Well, this is deep stuff.
he has no idea what they're going on. But some of that stuff, somebody had mentioned something, and I kind of thought that that might be an ulterior motive and stuff there. That these inspector generals who he fired on Friday night, late Friday night, and everything. I guess they're filing a lawsuit and everything to be reinstated to their job of inspector generals because they were actually the job was given to them through an act of Congress,
Yeah.
and he had no right to fire them at all. Now, I think that they file a lawsuit and everything, and I guess you got to be going to the Supreme Court or whatever. So, um, he may be doing this, man, to let the Supreme Court decide how much power that he really does have. Can he? How far can he go? Because these Republicans, they're not going to try to stop him. I can see that now. Anything he does, they're not going to try to stop him. Now, there may be some people in Congress and stuff who won't pass bills like he wants to be passed. But as far as him going out and doing crazy stuff and everything, there, whatever he does and stuff, it's all right. Even though
Unknown caller.
when he did that, he was uh, man, he got folks calling me, talking over it. Shoot. Anyway, what was I saying? These daggone phones, man. I'm gonna have to turn my phone on, man, when I get up when I get on the show here because I don't want all that noise. There we go. Anyway, we're gonna be catching hell, man, because we just what? This has been only 2 weeks. Really been 2 weeks. Man, they've been 2 weeks since he got since he got sworn in.
Hey, oh Trumpy boy, what can I get the world to be mad at me about today? That's his whole skit. Let me tell you what I got. ESG. So you know the alphabet soups that they got all of these different terms and different things that they deal with, and they try to really follow some of those things that they have. You know, you got ESG, you got FERC, you got FDIC, and on and on. That's just a few. I'm just going to go and let our listeners. These things are important because they really deal with you. Now, ESG, in case you don't know what it stands for, is environmental, social, and governance. And a lot of these corporations try to abide by that the best they can or what they can afford or what they want to put into it. It's a set of standards that measures a company's impact on the environment and society and how it governs. Investors use ESG merits to evaluate a company's substantial ability to efforts and make investment decisions. ESG's criteria can include environmental energy, carbon footprint, waste management, pollution, and natural resources, conservation, social employees, suppliers, customers, and community relations. These ESGs are very useful for these corporations because a lot of people are very, I would say, environmental, social, cognizance of what's going on in the world. So they know the investors asking them questions. Hey, are you investing in this? Because I don't want to invest in that. Blah, blah, blah. They go through all of those things because, and there's a reason why I'm bringing all this up. Then you have FERC, which stands for Federal Emergency Regulatory Commission. It's an independent agency of the United States government that regulates the transmission and sale of electricity, natural gas, and oil. It also includes licensing hydropower projects. Now, that one is very important because it does regulate, oversee, and making sure that excessive is not being done in these takeovers. They look for mergers and all that. Now, the next thing is the FDIC, which everybody knows about FDIC, because if you got a bank account or a savings account, you know what they do. Well, it is an independent agency of the United States government that ensures deposits in banks and in savings associations. It was created by Congress in 1933 to respond to the bank failures of the Great Depression. Now, those people that, if you have $250,000 or less in the bank, it's federally insured. If the bank loses your money, then you can get that money from the government. Now, what it covers checking accounts, savings accounts, money markets, cashier's checks, money orders. I didn't know it covered money orders. Certain retirement accounts, including IRA. So those things are very important. And you know, this is the alphabet soup now, and I got about another 50 of them. But the point is, those three are very important. Now, the reason why I brought it up, these are all regulators, Ed. Now, who controls the FERC? 5 commissioners who are nominated by the US president and confirmed by the US Senate. That right there is political. Now, here's the thing I want to bring up. That's the important thing. We have BlackRock, 11.6 trillion. We have Vanguard, 10.1 trillion. We have Fidelity. They do 5.8 AUM and 15 trillion in assets under administration. Now, AUM, in case you didn't know what it means, assets under management is the total market value of all the securities that the financial institution manage for its clients. So they manage basically 19, almost $20 trillion. These Fidelity, I didn't know it was that big. I did know about Vanguard and BlackRock. Now, here's the thing. BlackRock is overstepping their grounds. They got a little thing going on with these regulators, and the regulators are telling them, hey, you got to back off of investing in these banks because BlackRock, got so much money, they can buy up a bunch of banks. They start taking authority over these banks. So they're telling them to back off. And do you know that they are ignoring these regulators? They're bullying these regulators, bro. They are not. They're calling them on carpet. They're writing letters to them. They're doing everything they can to try to, hey, you got to stop all of this buying up these banks. And they totally ignoring them. That's something we got to look at because when you look at it, man, it's almost like, because they can buy banks, for a little or nothing nowadays, that money they got, and they buy, and especially if they're already under the NASDAQ or in the stock market, that's more money for them. Then they buoy up that money and put money in the bank, in those banks and loan it out and all that kind of stuff. So that's what we're looking at. We're talking about moving money in all which way. And bullies are out there. They're taking over these regulators. You talked about the regulators, regulators now, the IGs and all that. This is the whole point, bro.
Well, I'm surprised that you mentioned that because something else happened today. The Senate just approved the new Treasury Secretary,
Yep.
and he's in that gang.
Oh yeah.
So you think that they're going to stop now? Hell no. They are not going to stop. They done
I'm
got
saying
their
it's a
boy.
wild, wild west.
They got their boy out there in power now. It is all over. The floodgates have opened up. The new Treasury Secretary just got approved today. So if anybody plan on stopping him, it's over.
It ain't happening, brother.
The Treasury Secretary is in charge of a whole lot of stuff, man, that had to do with the government and their money. Hey, these moneyed folks here has just bought this government. They just bought this government. They used their money and bought the government. And Trump can't stop them. He's just a small cog in the wheel. You can't stop him.
President, he ain't gonna do nothing.
Well, he can't do anything anyway because he has no power. His power is only in some words that he's throwing out there. Other than that, and the power that Congress allows him to have, and as long as they're controlling both houses of Congress and everything, he is unchecked. He has nothing he can do. Nothing they can do to stop him. But when you got people who have already put their fingers in the pie and then got all the cherries out, so if you're not friends with the folks who got the money, you're in trouble.
There's so much going on. And I haven't did the research on it, but I read and heard that he's trying to get rid of FDIC. I don't know how true it is. But we'll see. We will see. It's all about chaos and destruction. This man, people just don't know. What else you got?
I'm just a bit here, really disgusted, Ted, and what's going on. Because remember, I said the other day that we cannot depend upon any of these major news outlets and stuff to give us any good news at all about what the heck is going on here in our government, and especially with the progressive folks. There is nowhere that we can go to get good information. So there has now become a rise in this mechanism that we're involved in and stuff now. People are using streaming and podcasting and stuff to get the message out to folks and stuff who are progressive. They want to find out what the heck is going on out there, what the heck the Donald is doing, and all these other things that he is doing behind the scenes, and how this stuff is going to start affecting us and stuff down the road. And I just read yesterday evening after we got off the air that what I said is true. There are a lot of agents, a lot of media and stuff out there that are coming online, and they're becoming more and more powerful. This this news organization called the Midas Touch, uh, the other boys, he's hitting almost 5 million subscribers. He's getting more people watching his show than any other news agency other than Fox. So it looks like that's if we want to find out what the heck is going on and get some more, get the information that we want and what we need. That's what we're going to have to start going. We're going to have to find these folks out there who are online, and hopefully they would be able to inform us and give us all the information, because they're going to be handicapped because they don't have the reporters or the independent uh, news gatherers and stuff out there who are really going out there and checking to find out what the heck going on, checking behind those doors and using their contacts and stuff out there in the government to find out what the heck is happening. So what do we do?
Well, we do what we just did, in my opinion. We keep up and follow the money. We just follow the money. That's it. That's my motto. Always been my motto. Follow the money. And ain't nothing you can do about it, but at least you can follow it. And now you know what's going on and how these people are constantly, because see, these big time money people, they always got to get their investors 10%, 20%, 25%. They gotta increase their dollars. So they're looking at ways, every kind of way they can, to try to manipulate the system. They've been doing it for years, but now it's really blatant because they went from 10 trillion and now they're $1.5 trillion over that in less than 2 years. So that's the deal, and their goal is probably to reach 20 trillion. And then you got another company that's doing 15 trillion already, and another one 10. And if you go down to other money people, they're managing about $50 trillion total. So it's a lot of money that's being put out there in all kind of different places, all over the world. All over the world. And how do you keep up with all of that money just transferring here and there, buying property, buying companies, merging, all of that? buying stocks and buying money, all kind of things going on. So how do you keep up with that? The point is, all you got to do is look at your city. Is it progressing? Is it providing jobs? What about the poor people? What about the homeless people? What about the hospitals? Are the hospitals being taken care of? Are the people that get sick, are they being taken care of? Oh yeah, you got your 20-25%. I'm talking about the 20-25% upper income people, making 100 and up. They're gonna make it. They'll be all right as long as they keep their jobs. But once they start losing their jobs, then it's gonna be hurting. So that's the thing. You got these people making over 100,000. You're not classified at 1% until you're making over 300,000 a year. You're not the 1%er. You're in the 10%, 15, 20%. So if you're making that kind of money, and then your net worth is over 10 million, 5 million, you're in the 1%er. But then you got the 0.001 percenters is running the country, the billionaires. So what are they doing with their money? All of them ain't buying private jets, and you can only buy so many private jets and so many cars and so many yachts, so many islands. What are they doing with their money? Where's their money being stashed? Because they're not building neighborhoods, bro. They might be building development so that they can make more money, but they ain't building neighborhoods. They destroying the school system. They already mandated that they're going to have choice, school choice. The public school's going to be denigrated. But what are the poor people going to do? People that I can't go to that school because whatever. What are those people going to do? You got to go 10 miles out your way to get your kids to school. And you ain't got no school bus, bro. Because those charter schools ain't giving you no school bus. And nor those private schools either. What are they doing for the people? I haven't heard anything yet. Have you heard anything? What they doing for the people?
Ted, they don't care about the people.
I'm just
Don't you
asking
know
you, what
that?
are
They
they going
don't
to do for
care.
the people? They got all this money.
They don't care about these folks. So they don't care. These people don't care.
But wait a minute,
They're gonna have to.
But wait a minute. But these people, and I'm not dogging them for this, they didn't vote. Or they voted for the wrong person. And
That's
then
their fault. That's their fault. They were informed. They were told what was going on, but that's their fault. And you seeing on all of these shows, go to Roland Martin and all the other shows, and they're showing these folks and stuff now that are sitting there and they are crying. My parents were taken from me. They're taking this from me, and you've got a little country and stuff sitting down there in Central America, and the president of the United States, bullied them and told them that he gonna he gonna he gonna charge them a tariff. They're not gonna be able to get their goods and services and stuff into the United States. So the president was talking real tough there the first day. As soon as the president here said, we're going to put a 50% tariff on you right away if you don't let our planes land in your country to send your folks back. Well, the next day the president said, okay, you can drop them off and do what you want. And so the president here said, well, okay, then we're going to take the tariff away.
And right now, who
But
you think?
now, hold it. Now, I'm trying to get to a point now here. I'm trying to reach a point here. I got a point that I'm trying to reach here.
Okay.
That you got this big old bear, big old monster sitting out there, elephant out there, and he got a little bitty little, he's not even too much, a little bit smaller than a mouse, probably. And he done stepped on it and smashed it. Now, how do we look as a country? We gonna just bully the little mouses out there and everything. That's my point. We 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 done gone to bullying little bitty little countries like that. They can't even protect themselves. and 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 he's sitting back smiling and everything and saying it's okay for him to do what he did. Well, I got what I wanted. We can land our planes now and send these folks back. I ain't very proud of that, Ted. I really don't, man. I don't think that was that was he could have dealt with that in a heck of a lot better manner than that stuff. They're bullying them people like that.
What do you think? Who do you think he's being contacted by?
Who is that?
The president of Colombia. Who you think he's being contacted by?
Who, the president of Colombia?
Colombia.
He wasn't contacted by anybody. He realized that there's no way in the world that he can stand a 50%.
No, I'm projecting. Here's the thing. When other countries see that he's just been bullied, intimidated, because he's got to have goods and service coming to his country, what do you think China is thinking? What do you think Russia is thinking?
They're not thinking anything. They're looking at him as Trump as being a bully. That's what I'm saying.
Well, we understand that. That's not the issue. The issue is they got Brits out there, BRIC. And let me tell you, they got African countries that's joined them, Iran, Russia, China. So he better watch it.
That's my point. That's the point that I was making. They're looking at him as a bully, and so when you see somebody who's a bully, then the next thing you want to do and stuff is protect your backside and stuff, and do whatever you can to protect yourself, and also these little small countries and stuff. Say, hey, come on over here on our side here and everything. And trust me, Ted, there's a whole lot of them South American countries, including Brazil, Venezuela, all of them who are sitting back there and thinking of that, hey, we're going to join somebody else who is not going to bully us like this man just did. Now, you've got these economists and stuff and these supposedly economic experts from Harvard University saying, well, they can't afford to do without the United States. Well, I beg to differ with those folks and everything. Yes, they can. And the United States better be the one that should be sitting around there being scared that eventually these folks and stuff and everything who are getting bigger by the minute because you are the big bully, you are going to be the one who's going to need them to do anything. Because right now, as you can see, Ted, he's already saying, and this is almost a given now from what he's saying, that anything coming in like steel and stuff like that coming in his country, he's putting a tariff on it. Semiconductors, he's putting a tariff on it because we want to build it here in this country. Yes, it's possible to do that, but some of those things that are coming in here and stuff, Ted, is a lot of these large firms and stuff here in this country and stuff they have something to say about it, because if Apple's can't get their phones and stuff built, that's a what $3 trillion company and stuff now. Something's going to happen here. Something is going to happen, and I think that some of these companies and stuff in there is going to be coming back there to the Donald and stuff and say, "Hey, man, I think you done gone a little step too far here. You need to do a little bit more targeting and stuff of your tariffs and stuff that you talking about having, because he done just gone tariff crazy." I mean, that's it. That's his watchword: tariffs and immigration. Run these folks out of this country and put some tariffs on them.
That's an answer. Well, I'm gonna switch gears here. I didn't hear this. Just a little bit on the radio while I was out and about. The White House briefings. Did you hear it? Hear the
They don't
lady
have
that
any
confirmed?
briefings.
Huh?
They don't have briefings.
Well, you said it, but they call it briefings. Man, it looked like it was the people asked her a question, and I just heard 2 minutes of it. Ask her a question, man, and you talk about defensive. Oh my goodness. Joe Biden this, Joe Biden that, before eggs and inflation, da 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 da. And I can't wait till I go on YouTube and go to that channel and find out how that went, because she sounds like she's a flat out idiot. I mean, she's so sold up in Trump's butt, it's crazy. They talked about the funding freeze, defending the funding freeze. You just talked about it. Talking about the price of eggs.
No.
Deportations highlighted. Oh yeah, Trump acted like he was very pleased with her too. She attractive little white girl, very attractive. He liked pretty women.
He loved pretty women. Yeah, that's his modus operandi, pretty women.
So we'll see how that goes, because I really I used to enjoy those briefings, and some of them I listen to one of them maybe once or 2 or 3 times a week, but most of it is just a joke, because his administration don't answer questions and what they plan on doing for the American people and what they've done for the American people. So we'll see.
Yep, we shall see. I think that we should be getting on to another subject here, Ted. We done talked about politics. You got your money stuff out the way now. You got any more money stuff you need to talk about?
No, like I said, I'm gonna keep my eye on these trillionaire money managers and what they're doing with their money.
Well, if you got your mind on those boys over there at BlackRock and the other two companies and stuff out there who are any company that is above uh $10 trillion and stuff, I think you need to keep an eye on them because I don't hear a lot about the boy over there in Nebraska anymore. The old
Oh,
man.
well, you know how he run his business. He buy businesses, and then he set up the CEOs in each one of those companies and turn those companies around. That's what he does. He's not into all of this drama stuff.
So where
Yeah,
is
he
he at?
might.
So where is he at in all of this? Because usually when 3 or 4 years ago and stuff, he was the guru. If any problem, anything happened out there in the marketplace, or any money was happening or whatever, old Berkshire Hathaway was. They talked to him. They grabbed the old boy up and said, "Hey, what's going on?" And he was on a lot of those shows and stuff and everything, those business shows and stuff and everything. He spent at least once a month on it.
Well,
Those
you got to
shows.
realize he's a true businessman. He goes with profits, loss, products. How are you producing that kind of thing? That's what he goes for. He goes for manufacturing companies that's going to make him money. And then if he can turn those companies around and he get the best CEO he can handle, get the best employees, and if he need to lay off certain people to make money, that's what he would do. So he's a real businessman. He goes by the numbers, bro. He don't be playing no games. He be going by the what their market what their he go by what their market share is. He goes by their profit and loss. He goes by all of that. How much revenue are you bringing in every quarter? How much profit and loss are you doing? That's how he does his business.
So where does he stand with the 11+ trillion-dollar boys and stuff and him? The difference and stuff is that those boys are venture capitalists, is what you're saying, and he's just a person and stuff who only thing he wants to
Those
do is
people play the markets, bro. They take okay. Let's say you got $100 million. You got $100 million. How can I make that $100 million and turn it into an extra $20 million for the first year? So now I got 120 million. They save me taxes. They'll save me so I won't have to have. I have a bunch of write-offs. They give me all kind of consulting and stuff like that. How I can save money. Don't spend your money here. Spend your money there. Set this up so that you don't have to pay taxes on it. All that stuff. They give you the whole 9 yards, and then they invest your money in different markets all over the world. They ain't
what's the
about this.
difference? What's the difference? So the difference is what?
Well, if you look at their portfolio, they put it right on the internet, bro. You look at their portfolio, they might have 10 million Verizon shares. They might have 10 million Apple shares or more. So, and they got it broken down. They got 5% here, 3% there, 10% there. That's how they make their money. And then they pull out. They don't even have to. They don't even need a broker. I don't think they even use brokers because all they do is have a software now, and they buy and sell as needed.
What's the difference? I still don't know the
I just
difference.
told you.
No, you didn't. You didn't tell me the
Just,
difference
I just told you that
between the boy
I
in
just told you.
Nebraska
I just
and
told you. Buffett deals directly with businesses. He take over the business, buys the business, and then modifies the business to make it better.
okay. So he takes care of the business. The other boys and stuff, they just investors.
Yeah, they're just investors. Now, occasionally they might.
That's what I'm asking.
Yes,
What's the
and that's
difference?
what I was talking
These
about.
are
What they're
these
doing
are
with the banks.
that Berkshire Hathaway is business oriented and they are money oriented, investing oriented. That's what I wanted to know. The difference. What's the difference and stuff in those two? Okay, now I got it. That's what I wanted to find out. The difference. The businessman who goes and takes care of the business and they take care of investing
Now, don't get me
in his
wrong.
businesses.
Don't get me wrong. Now he does invest in certain companies and buys shares. Like he's got a lot of shares in Coca-Cola. That's his mainstay. He's got a lot of shares in Apple. He used to have a ton of shares in B of A, Bank of America. Now he does play the market, but his mainstay is buying businesses.
Okay. We done with business now, right?
We done.
What's going on in our favorite sports?
My favorite sport is basketball, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. What's going on? I want to know what the heck is going on. What is LeBron doing? Why did they didn't New Jersey or somebody throw their player and stuff out, and he got pissed off at practice and left, and they
Oh, you talking about Miami?
Jimmy Butler, right?
Yeah, Miami.
Oh, okay. They threw him out. They are they gonna trade him or what?
Well, you got to understand where Jimmy Butler is coming from. He ain't gonna want. He don't want to be no throwaway. He's not gonna be one of those. So you get these players that play 15, 16, 17 years, and then what they want to do is pay them $1 million, the minimum pay, or 2 million or whatever. Okay, we'll give you 10 million for 3 years. That ain't no money for them. Right now, he's making like 30, I don't know, 30 up in the upper 30s right now. So he's trying to see what his value is so he can get a 3-year or 4-year contract. Because he see it on the wall that Miami is not building seriously. They're not building no team to win. So he's trying to figure out where can he get a 4-year contract.
So
And
he's
he
gone
want to
from
get
so he's gone from Miami. Is what you're trying to say?
I don't know, but it looks like it. But
But
I think he went. To me, I think he went too far.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. And they're making him seem like he's a malcontent. He's a disruptor and stuff and everything to kind of lower his value out there on the marketplace. Then
Now, that I don't think what it is that these players see. He knows players, and he know if they're giving their all to win, and that's the problem. Miami, the players that's out there that he has, those players are either not good enough or they're not giving their all. And so therefore he's discontent with them. So why should he argue with them and say, hey, I want to be traded? Because I'm sure he's probably talked to the front office and said, you need better players.
is he that good?
They call him Jimmy Buckets. The reason why they call him Jimmy Buckets is because during the playoffs, he's gonna average 25 to 35 points a game. During the season, he don't care. He passes off. He'll average 18, 22 points a game. But in the playoffs, he took them to 2 championships, bro. He took them through 2 championships. They didn't win. So
So
he
why aren't
knows how
they?
to win.
So why aren't they paying them then? What's wrong with Miami? If somebody taking me to the championship, I'm expecting to be paid.
He wants to win a championship.
So it's not the money, it's the trophy.
It's the trophy. It's the trophy, bro.
So it looks like that he wants to pick the team that he wants to go to.
That's right. He already named them.
Who?
I think one is Phoenix. I don't know which other one. I mean, that's what I heard. I don't know exactly what teams. I forgot what it was, but I
You
know
said
one
you
was
know
Phoenix.
basketball. You said be watching. I don't watch basketball anymore. I don't watch them hardly until they get to the finals. Finals, I don't watch them. I don't
Well,
watch
I
them
don't keep
at
up
all.
with every little innuendo that they do, bro.
You said you know basketball.
I do know basketball. You talking gossip now.
You
You
say you
talking
know
gossip.
basketball.
I don't know nothing about
You
no
say you know
gossip or what they
basketball. You
do.
say you know basketball. So I figured I come
I
to
do
you
know
to go root.
basketball, but I don't keep up. I
Okay.
just gave you what I know. I don't, I'm not there right in the city and knowing what's going on. I don't have nobody telling me what Jimmy Butler is saying.
Well, I figured that you would because I don't usually watch it, but his thing just popped up, man, and with Miami and everything. I mean, he popped up showing that he's a malcontent and he's disrupting the team and all this other stuff and everything. So I just wanted to find out what the heck's going on with him. I
Well, that's
hadn't.
what's going on with him. He wants to win, bro. And he don't just want to get to the championship. He wants to win. And he knows that the team that he has in Miami will not win,
Who's the owner
even if he
down
got him
there?
to the championship.
Who's the owner down there in Miami now?
Well, they got nobody.
What
I
do you
don't
mean?
want to. I'm just saying they are nobodies. When I say nobody, they're good ball players. All of them are good ball players.
No, I said who's the owner?
Oh, I don't know who the owner is. I know Riley's the one running, and he's the president.
They still got rallied out there down there.
Yeah, he's running the show.
He running the show. Oh. But I would have thought that Riley would have been the one, if he's general manager or the president and stuff, he probably would have been a little bit more compassionate toward Butler and everything and dealt with him probably a lot bit in a better manner than what he feels that is going on there. But if they've been going to the championship for the last 2 years and stuff and everything, then hey, he's doing something right. All we need is what? Maybe one more player somewhere, to take him over the top or what?
Ooh, man, it's hard to say, man. I have no idea. It's hard for me to because basketball now, man, is all about are you on or not? It used to be how tough you were.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tackle?
Can you tackle? What do you mean? We talking basketball, Ted,
That's
not
basketball, bro.
football.
That's what it was. You know it. Stop. You know doggone well. Can you tackle that person and knock him down? Can you hold them from going to the basket? That wasn't basketball. That was tackling. Hitting people in the elbows and the head and everything else. They didn't have protocol for concussions then. You just have to keep on playing.
Mm-hmm.
Pick you up and throw you down to the ground, bro. I don't know what they was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Then they get up and they want to fight.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay. Final word, Ted.
Well, my thing is always follow the money. And it's a whole lot of money to be followed. We don't always know what they're doing with their money and what's going on and what steps they're taking. But a lot of times it's not for you. It's not for your benefit. I'm just telling you that right now. Now, I just saw Jeff Bezos give $200 million away with no strings attached.
Who did he give it to?
He gave one to Eva, what's the little Latin lady's name? Real pretty. Um, Eva Armanor, she married the basketball player from France. I can't even think of her name. And then he gave it to some military guy. Gave
So,
$200 million away just like that.
he gave her 200 million and gave him
100. He gave 200 million away. 100 million to her with no strings attached, and he gave another 100.
Now why did he give Eva Longoria $100 million? Because
I have
I
no
thought she
idea,
was
bro.
rich. I
I
thought
have no idea.
girlfriend Eva Longoria, she got a lot of money, man. She's not no poor chick now. Ever since
I
she
have
left
no
that
idea.
ever since she left that basketball player, man, she puts out movies and all kind of stuff.
I don't know why he gave it to her.
Maybe that's his old lady's girlfriend or something and everything.
Might be.
Money.
They probably
Yeah.
tight.
Yeah, it's probably real tight.
No strings attached.
Yeah. I know you're talking about Eva Longoria.
Yeah, that's her name.
Yeah, right. I know it is.
And I can't remember the other guy that he gave $100 million to.
Hmm.
But I guess that's his goal. He won't give $200 million away willy nilly.
Hell,
You
man,
can
you
include
worth
me too,
hell,
buddy.
hell,
If you
hell,
listen
you
to this
worth two
podcast,
you worth
I'll
two
take
hundred
100
billion.
million. I'm gonna do something with it though.
I'm pretty sure she is too. She may be putting together a movie or something. She needs that money.
It don't cost no 100 million to make no movie, bro.
Oh yeah, boy. If you want to make a good one, it's gonna cost you that much. You want to make a good movie, it's gonna cost you that much. Anyway, my thing and stuff is to we 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 really need to get out there and continue to dig around and find out exactly what the heck going on, because I can't believe, man, that this man is doing all this crap and everything and stuff for absolutely nothing. There's a reason and stuff why he's doing this, because most of that crap that he's doing, man, is just crazy, and it's getting crazy and crazier.
Destroy America. That's the reason. Destroy America.
That's kind of crazy. You want to sit there and destroy your own country that you're living in and everything for nothing. That is really crazy. That's got to be the most stupidest thing I ever heard. You gonna destroy
Well,
your
when I
own
say
country?
America, I'm talking about the American people who he doesn't like. He don't like poor people.
He's gonna have to get rid of a lot more immigrants than he getting rid of then. Oh, anyway, we about done, people. We had a good day and stay gone. Mm. Just man, I'm just flabbergasted and stuff, Ted. I just can't. This whole thing and stuff about this man just eats away at me. I thought I was over with it, but I'm not. I thought I was over,
You
but
can't
I'm not.
get over this, man. You know, this right here is festered in us for the last 12 years.
But I thought I could be able to sit there and look at it and swallow it and be okay with it and say, "Oh, okay, this," and I can calm myself down. But I can't. It's that calming is gone. Okay, people. Thank you for watching our show. We can come back tomorrow. Bye bye.